Well, there is a live look over at the Enterprise Center in a very wet downtown St. Louis right now. There is no question that today is kind of a, let's just say, put it out there, kind of a miserable day around the St. Louis area. All right, so what's the weather impact? Well, we've had this soggy rain in and across the St. Louis area through the morning hours. We're going to pick up some windy gusty winds here as we go into this afternoon. So we thought we'd give you a little bit of an update. So far, officially in St. Louis, about 0.6 of an inch of rain coming in from Lambert. And it's been a cold rain, too. It's not very pleasant outside. Temperatures still holding in the 30s. Gusty winds are expected to develop this afternoon. They've been pretty stiff out of the southeast, and they'll pick up a little bit and get a little more gusty. The rain is fairly steady into the afternoon, probably starting to see a break as we head towards the evening, and more showery this evening, so at least some dry time. And our temperatures, which have been in the 30s all morning, at least thankfully they've been above freezing, so we haven't had to deal with slick conditions on the roads. They're slowly going to rise into the 40s. So here's your radar picture around St. Louis. Again, this is a pretty steady, at times moderate rain around the metro area, about how we anticipated this working out. Getting a little bit tighter here up in North St. Louis County. It's coming up on 11 o'clock, and you see Spanish Lake, Florissant, you know, the Hazelwood area getting some heavier rainfall. You go down to St. John along 170, all the way down towards the Galleria, pouring rain right now, out to Creve Coeur, Frontenac. You know, a lot of folks might be at the mall, West County Center, looking at some pretty heavier rain there. Same thing down in South County Center, over in St. Clair, too. If you're doing a little shopping, maybe in downtown Waterloo, Columbia, or Millstadt, you do have some rain in those areas, too. And especially in eastern portions of Madison County in Illinois, that's where some of the heavier rain actually seems to be right now. There is more back to the west. And even though we see some breaks here once you get out towards Kingdom City, that area is probably going to be filling in to some degree here as we continue into this afternoon. So we still have the energy. That doesn't even get here until tonight, and there's plenty of moisture for this to work with. Again, the good news is, even though it's miserable outside, and this is a pretty cruddy day, at least right now, 37 in Forest Park, 37 in Baldwin, 38 in St. Charles, but we're not dealing with icing concerns like they are up in Iowa, 36 in Alton, 34 in Troy. Those numbers keeping it all liquid rain, just plain old rain. It's been a different story up here across parts of Iowa, northwestern portions of Illinois with the slick spots developing there. But notice the milder air trying to come in from the southwest. Already seeing those temperatures back into the mid-40s, right out down in Springfield, all the way over to Cape Girardeau. It's 56 right now in Tulsa. Maybe that's for us tomorrow, right? That's what we're thinking. This system, a lot of rain out ahead of it, but you see the spin back here that's across Kansas. That's where our energy is. So we'll get this main area of rain through, but then we have to get the energy in here later on tonight. So just kind of the hour by hour for the rest of the morning into this afternoon. High rain chances, like 100% high, right through about 3 o'clock. And then we start to drop it off. It gets more scattered after that. But we probably get, in many cases, another ½ an inch of rain before all is said and done. So a lot of us will be over an inch. So again, that's that area out towards Herman and Sullivan in the next hour or so, where there might be a brief let up, but see how that kind of fills on in. And we have some more areas of some moderate rain trying to slip in. So while the rain may let up, this heavier, steadier rain may let up briefly, it's not likely to let up for good and really scatter out until much later in the afternoon. Other thing to notice, your winds. A southeast sustained wind at 15 miles per hour. So we're at 44, but it won't feel like it with that stiff southeast breeze. Plus, it'll be gusting 25 to 30 miles per hour. So let's get you to about 4 o'clock. Here's the back edge of that rain trying to slide into the metro area. Now, this will be the back edge of steadier rain. Behind that, there's still some scattered showers that will be developing, and we'll have to deal with those through the evening, but we do think there's some dry time this evening. Having said that, it's not like it's going to dry out and, turn real nice. We're still in the 40s here. We will still be looking at roads that are wet because we're draining water, and then we still may get yet another shower or two heading through the late night hours tonight. Tomorrow morning, we may be stuck in some low clouds and some drizzle too, so that's a possibility. These are your rainfall tallies again. Now starting to see some signs that we might get more than 1.5 inches in a few places. Again, looking over at Enterprise, soggy night for blues. Warmer Sunday. There you go. We told you we had some good news. It'll be warmer Sunday, and it's mainly dry tomorrow. Showers are likely Monday early, especially south and southeast of St. Louis. We're going to look at that in just a minute. And then it's colder later next week. So those are kind of our weather headlines here once we get past this mess that we're dealing with today. So here's tomorrow. A lot of clouds around in the morning. Don't think we'll actually see the sun coming up at 7:12, but that is our sunrise time. By the way, sunset today is at 4:41. So we have now passed our earliest sunset time in St. Louis of the year. So we were stuck at 4:40 here for the last week and a half, 2 weeks. Now it's 4:41. Now the days are not getting any longer because even though we added a minute to the sunset, we pushed sunrise back a minute. So these are definitely the shortest days of the year, but at least in the evening hours, we'll start to see a little more light over the next couple of 3 weeks. You'll really start to notice it going into next month. So here we are on Sunday, 6 o'clock in the evening. We expect to see at least some sunshine tomorrow, but we should have a mainly dry day. We'll be watching, though, as another front comes in from the west, and that's going to inspire showers and maybe even a rumble of thunder to develop as we head towards later on Sunday night into very early Monday morning. So before the daybreak on Monday morning, we anticipate seeing these scattered showers and thunderstorms perhaps across the area. Right now, not looking like it's going to be anything severe, but that band shifts to the south. We have contemplated, what kind of an impact are we going to have here? Does Monday morning need to be a weather impact alert day because of the rain? Well, what's going against that right now is the fact that this is moving out of the metro area before the morning rush hour really picks up. And it was initially pretty scattered, and not all the models have something that's quite this widespread. A lot of the models are much more scattered with this. And so I don't think at this point we may not have big problems during the morning rush hour on Monday. In fact, it's trending in that direction. So that's why we haven't done a weather impact alert day for Monday morning. Now, if it looks like we're going to have heavy rain and thunderstorms, it's going to impact most of the morning commute on Monday, we're going to raise that flag and let you know about it for sure, right? But by Monday afternoon, Monday evening, we're tending towards clearing out a bit. So here's a look at what the current conditions are in St. Louis, and it's not very pleasant. 39 degrees, feels like it's 30, pouring rain. Again, we're over 0.6 of an inch here in St. Louis. East-southeast breeze at 17 miles per hour, and the dew point's now up to 35. So we're slowly watching those temperatures nudge up here, but it's a slow process. So as you're looking here across the next 7 days, kind of try to make your plans. Today, hopefully you're doing some baking. Maybe baking, cleaning the house, sewing, indoor projects, painting, something inside, because outside's not so good. But we do know a lot of folks are having to go shop today. You're doing a lot of your holiday shopping. There's probably some holiday parties that you're dealing with too, wanting to get to. Yes, the rain is an annoyance, but it's not like snow. And I know some of you would already ask, we've had 0.6 of an inch of rain. How much snow would that be? Probably 6 to 7 inches at this point. And this whole thing, if this were all rain, we'd probably be digging out from a foot of snow, which, you have the option today to get out and go because this is just rain. If it were snowing with this kind of rate, it would be snowing at the rate of 2 inches an hour in some cases, and none of us would really be going anywhere. But that's not the case. So tomorrow, outside of a little drizzle, perhaps in the morning and some low clouds, we do expect it to brighten a bit during the afternoon. We're trying to be optimistic here. Temperatures should climb back into the mid-50s for highs. Not going to rule out a few spots south and southwest of St. Louis hitting 60 degrees. All going to be about how much sunshine you can actually get. Monday's breezy. The best chance for those showers and maybe a rumble of thunder would be in the morning. And then it starts to cool off here. As we go to Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday of next week, we're getting back to around or a little below average on those temperatures. In fact, as we head towards next weekend, we probably shave another 7-8 degrees off of that as we head towards next Saturday and Sunday. Here's why. Jet stream's going to be taking that dip here as we go into the middle of next week. So when it does so, that starts to open the door to some of the cooler air. So that's the 18th. So that's along about Wednesday. We're cooling down a bit there. And then we go into Thursday, Friday, into next weekend. That's when we get the core of the coldest air here. Now, as we turn and look to the west, the jet stream is kind of ridging up here, which limits the cold air. And it's that ridge that's going to try to push in here as we head towards Christmas. So we do think next weekend's pretty doggone cold across the bi-state area. Is it too early for a Christmas forecast? Nope. I think we can pretty much guarantee that, well, guarantee in St. Louis, asterisk, there are really no guarantees or warranties with the weather in St. Louis. But we kind of think we do have a front coming in here somewhere around Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, but we're not seeing any big sign that it's going to be all that cold. We're thinking temperatures are above average in the 40s for highs, and mainly dry conditions. I'm not going to say there won't be some rain either Christmas Eve day, Christmas Eve night, or actually on Christmas Day, or maybe the day after, but it's not a clear signal that there's any kind of big organized storm that would be bringing, like we're looking at today, widespread rain across the area. We're not seeing that at this point. So while there's a very small chance, it's just that, a very small chance. We think there's going to be a fair amount of clouds just because of the pattern that we're in at that point. So today we're just dealing with the rain. Of course, we'll fine-tune the forecast going in, into next weekend and into Christmas the week after. Hanukkah begins the 25th at sundown too. Today's kind of, for the next few hours, pretty miserable with the rain around. And then we'll get back to those temperatures climbing eventually back into the mid to upper 40s. Tomorrow, again, the pick day of the weekend, and certainly the warmest. So that'll do it for us, on 5 Plus and Facebook and YouTube today. We just thought we'd get you caught up on what's going on here with the rain, because we know a lot of you have plans. Again, I get at the flour and the sugar and I say, let's bake and get the oven on because it's cold outside. And, everybody loves sweet treats. All right, y'all have a great afternoon.